Let me start this by sharing a quote with you that I picked up way back in 2006. This was when I just started learning web design, not even web marketing, web design. I was learning Photoshop, Macromedia, Dreamweaver, Flash, software like that, to use them for building of websites. The quote is credited to a man called C.S. Lewis. I never really got to know what the CS meant, but I stumbled on his website on the internet, and he kind of is an expert in marketing of photography. So he's a trained photographer, but chose to go and specialize in the marketing of photography services. And he had this quote that he put on his website, which was based on his experiences and observations of people he was serving as clients, who are his clients. So the quote goes thus: the best photographer may not always be the most financially successful. I'm going to take that again. The best photographer may not always be the most financially successful photographer. And if you think about what that quote implies, you will see that it's a reality in the lives of many of us. Right? There are so many times people will see this and they will then wonder, how come I'm like this, I'm this good, and I'm not making as much money as this guy who's not half as good as I am. That I've experienced it over the years, and it was what drove me to look for ways to do what I loved doing so much, and that I knew I was good at, to do it better. And that's how I arrived at the concept of using the web to attract high-profile clients that are willing to pay premium rates to get access to me and the solutions I offer. Now, let me provide a clarification or a disclaimer right at this point. What I'm about to describe here has to do with people you observe who are doing better than you are doing financially in the same area of endeavor you are engaging for the most part, but who you notice you seem to be way better than, in terms you possess more competence or superior competence to. Right? So in other words, there are people that you can see clearly that you are way better than they are at doing that thing that you are all engaged in doing, but they seem to be making a lot more money than you are making, right? And I'm talking about people who are working with honesty and integrity, not people who are engaging crooked business dealings. It's very important that I start that. So I'm not talking about all that. I'm talking about people that are playing straight, doing things above board, and are doing much better than you financially, even though they're not as good as you are in doing it. But they're all doing honest business. Those are the people I'm talking about here. The reason why that clarification was necessary is very simple. You don't want to start stressing yourself up about people who are cutting corners to make money, because you know why they're getting ahead of you financially, seemingly in the short term. You don't want to make those people a standard or a reference point for deciding whether or not you are doing enough or you are doing well. You want to measure yourself against people that you know are doing business honestly and with integrity, and are doing everything according to the rules and regulations that are specified for engagement in that activity. Those are the kind of people you want to relate to and compare your achievements to. All right? You don't want to stress yourself about people who are naughty people. This is very important. Otherwise, you're just going to end up stressing yourself and giving yourself a heart attack. You don't need that. Now, the thing is, I found that a lot of people go out and get skilled and get trained and get certified and get competent in so many areas of endeavor that they choose to venture into. But they always neglect, for some reason, because society trains us like that through the education system, to acquire the necessary ability and competence to market themselves profitably. You must understand something. You can make money, but you need to make money profitably if you want to achieve financial success doing whatever it is you choose to do. A lot of people mix this up and they think all they have to do is to be good at what they do, and people will pay them what is going to make them profitable. And that doesn't happen, because people naturally, the instinct of a human being is to see they can get as much as possible for as little as possible. So they are looking for ways and means to pay you as little as possible to get whatever it is you can do. Even if they like you, they still want to be prudent. They still want to be able to get more value for their money. So it is now left for you to package, promote, present, and publicize whatever it is you do in a way that attracts people that are going to be willing to pay you what you want them to pay you for you to be profitable and for you to be successful. So if you look at people that go and learn Just think of the vocational skills, for instance. You find that quite often they come out, they're extremely good at doing those things. Footwear making, hairstyling, programming, learn software development, all that. But you find out that they are not good at talking business. They're just good at doing what it is they've been trained to do, what they've learned how to do. So this purpose of this podcast is to open your eyes to the need to acquire this ability. The ability to not just market yourself, but the ability to discuss, have sales conversations, and steer a potential buyer, a prospect, to the point where he or she is willing to pay, and he or she is actually prepared to pay a fee or a price that have determined upfront is going to be profitable to you and enable you to flourish at doing what you do, which you love doing and which you are very good at, so that you do not find yourself after years of doing what you're doing wondering why it is you're not making enough money that is enables you to sustain your brand and for you to actually grow and scale up your operations. Too many people fail to understand that it is this lack of understanding of the business side of doing what they do that's holding them back. So a person starts a farm business, it's the same thing. They go for training, they get all the loans and whatever, they get the grants, they get the employees, they do all of that, but they do not understand how to set up the business model. So they just do what they see other people doing. They forget that if they do not look at their environment and look at the target audience that they are aiming to serve and understand the psychology of it, so that's what you call psychographics, demographics, all those features, you've got to study them, understand the kind of people you are dealing with, understand the things they are looking for, what their hot buttons are, and then use that as a basis for making them offers or presenting what you are selling to them. Then they will be willing to engage with you on your own terms and willing to pay you what you ask. The thing is, if you don't know that you should do this and you just think all you need to do is just to show up and with your products, what you get is going to be the least possible offer, because people, like I said, will come to you with the hope of getting as much as possible for as little as possible of their money. And this is an aspect that, as I said, is neglected in the school system. You are trained, you are taught to be good at whatever it is you are studying in school. Then when you get out, you discover that you still have to be a business person at the same time. And some people say, I don't like marketing, all this selling, I don't like it. Marketing people, sales people are very dishonest and manipulative. No, it's about influencing people, influencing human behavior. That's all. You don't have to be dishonest. You don't have to do it without integrity. There are ways to do marketing and selling with honesty and integrity. And that's what I offer to help my clients do using a web marketing system. But the thing I want to point out here is that you need to first of all accept that you do not know enough. You may be in business, but if you don't know how to do this aspect of it, where you can attract people that are going to be willing to pay you the money you need to flourish in doing what you do, then you need help. Okay? If you want to learn more about this, get across to me using contact details on the screen. I wish you well.